Meek creature! Darkness. Creature. Feel my wrath. No mana. Striking from the shadows.
The vow of many unsurmised.
Yo, hello, welcome to Path of Exile 2, and today we are going to talk about the Whirling Assault Titan, a massive screen-wide clearing screen. When I say screen-wide, I meant it. It's literally screen-wide attack right here. As you can see in the highlight as well, it's literally going off the screen. It is also helped of this node over here, Anoint. Increase area of effect for attack per enemy you have ignited up to 40%. So that also helped why the attack sometimes goes off screen, and also some modifier from Headhunter of a rare monster also help for that massive AoE. So I'm going to give you a warning. This build is still prototype. If you want to follow exactly, I'm warning you, this is still a prototype. The single target damage is still not amazing. It's good, but it's not amazing. So yeah, whatever you follow right now from this video is incomplete. It is an incomplete build. I do not want to make this video, but a lot of people have been asking for the build, so I'm just gonna post it. Just showcasing the massive AoE and how I achieve it. TLDR, if you want to achieve massive AoE, you need to grab these nodes over here. Increase area of effect for attack. You're basically stacking this. You search for this all over your tree, and you grab these whenever possible. As you can see here, I grabbed the whole entire wheel over here. Increase attack area damage, which is good for damage, but this is increased area of effect is over here. So yeah, we're grabbing all these nodes, which help us to reach a bigger area of effect. My plan is to go here, but I'm not sure if I can go there yet. So that is the TLDR. Also, the hulking form of the Titan, it's also helped massively on this increased area of attack. So yeah, combining these with hulking form, you get massive AoE. Again, warning, this build is still a prototype. If you're following it item by item, gems by gems, you're gonna do like mine, and your single target is not gonna be amazing, because the purpose of I'm creating this character is to clear temple, and that's it. This character can stand in the middle of a room, cast this, and everything just dies. The reason why I'm playing this build is because I want to clear temple as much as possible. I want to farm temple, and I think this is one of the best build to clear temple, because just such a massive AoE. You in one cast, you just clear the entire room. And we also are utilizing wolf form for mobility. So we are switching to wolf form, jumping, pouncing, and then like this, pouncing again, and then cast Whirling Assault again whenever you're available. And that is the TLDR of the build. There we go. If you are satisfied with that, then you can move on. But if you want to go into detail, you can keep watching. Okay, let's start with the skill jumps. Now we are using Lunar Assault here. This is basically just me leveling, so does not matter. You can follow this, you cannot or not. I just leveled this character yesterday, and I'm using Wolf. I'm using this talisman as leveling. So yeah, this is why it's there. The pounds is just for movement. This basically can socket more gems here with cooldown recovery. And then obviously the main skill is the Whirling Assault with magnified area, obviously for more AoE. The Fight 2 to attack them. This inefficient mana doesn't prevent use of supported skill while surrounded. We're still using the surrounded tag. It is not dead. It is still usable, and it feels pretty good. And we also have Lucky here. That means it rolls twice and it picks the higher damage value, which is very good. And then we are also running Embedder. The reason why we're running Embedder is because we are running Herald of Ice. And if I do not use Embedder, it is very hard to trigger Herald of Ice, because this is a physical skill and it does not freeze enemies naturally. So it is very hard to achieve if you want to get Herald of Ice. Well, it's not very hard, but it's just very expensive to achieve. So you run Embedder and any gain damage. If you read here, super skill would gain extra damage of any type. They gain extra cold damage instead. So for example, here 𝑒𝐜𝐴𝐿's Embrace is gaining 40% of physical damage as extra chaos damage. So if I take this off, it's gonna have the 6,000 chaos damage, and also fire and lightning from other sources. So if I do not use Embedder, the damage is all over the place, and it will not trigger Herald of Ice because the cold damage is a little bit too low. And also this is not an ice skill, so it does not naturally freeze enemy, unlike Lunar Assault. Lunar Assault converts 100% physical damage to cold, therefore it is very easy to freeze and very easy to trigger Herald of Ice. This skill is a physical skill. It's hard to trigger Herald of Ice, so you need a little bit of work on there. And the reason I used and the way on how I achieved that is use this Embedder to convert everything into cold damage, and use 𝑒𝐜𝐿's Embrace to gain physical damage as extra chaos. Obviously this is very expensive. We're using two very expensive supports here, so if you do not have this, then you can use any other support like physical, like Heft and what is it called, Heft and Heft and what is the other one called, Heavy Swing. Heft and Heavy Swing, which can boost your physical damage. However, your cold damage might be low and you might not trigger Herald of Ice. So this is a warning. If you want to trigger Herald of Ice, this is what you have to do. You have to have this gain, and Rakyat Flow is just helping for invert the elemental resistance. Because if the enemy have, let me see if I have it here, the mod. Unfortunately, it doesn't have it here. So there is a mod on a map that they have more like more elemental resistance, obviously that one, and then they also have elemental ailment threshold increase. So those two things can fuck you up, and that can make you not trigger Herald of Ice, which is the big explosion that you see. And Rakyat Flow is gonna help that because it flips the elemental resistance of the mobs, and it's just beautiful to see with Herald of Ice. Again, if you wanted to set up this big explosion, it's going to be very expensive if you are running Herald of Ice. However, Herald of Ice is enough, but if you want fancy screen shattering, you need Herald of Ice. And the second, and then the other skill is going to be Herald of Ice. Obviously, I'm still like running empty because I don't know what to put here yet. Again, this is still a prototype. This is not complete, and I will try to figure out, or maybe you guys have a suggestion on what to put in here. And also running Herald of Ice with magnified area as well, so more big explosion. Frost Nexus, I don't think this is doing anything. I'm just trying stuff up. And then Thunderstorm here is for bossing. Basically with the shock conduction is guaranteed shock, so it's just free to have this. And then Temper Spell also for bossing with Heavy Swing, Heft, Rage Forge, and Elemental Armament. And also Overwhelming Presence to reduce elemental ailment threshold of enemies in my presence. So it is easier for me to freeze the enemy and shatter the enemy. And also previously I was running a rare gauntlet, and it's still like, you know, it's still struggling to trigger Herald of Ice. And then I buy this, I found this gauntlet, which is basically immobilize enemies at 50% build up instead of 100%. So that line speaks for itself. I don't think I need to explain that, and take more damage is also nice. So this is guaranteed with any mod on the map. It's guaranteed gonna trigger Herald of Ice and trigger massive explosion, and it is just a sight to see. And that is all for the jump. Let's move on into the equipment of this build. Let's start with the quarterstaff. It just looks like this. It's a very standard quarterstaff. It has 700 something DPS if I'm not mistaken. I craft this on my own. 792. This is very basic craft. Basic staff. If you have currency, you can make this for, it depends on your luck, probably like 2 to 4 divines. You can make this staff. It's very standard. It's not top of the list. Basically, you annul and perfect augment. For increased fizz, you just annul, spam annul. That's why I have a lot of annul here. I was spamming annul with perfect augment to get this physical here, and then get any suffix. I got attack speed, but unfortunately it got replaced by all attack, so that was unlucky. And then you essence of abrasion here for physical damage, and then you perfect essence of abrasion of this gain extra physical. Okay, again, it's not a quarterstaff staff craft guide, so I will leave it at that. And then let's go, what do we start? Okay, let's just go for the glove. It's fine. Immobilize enemy at 50% build up is basically what makes it super easy to trigger Herald of Ice, even with all these setups. And if I take this off, sometimes if the maps have like enemy has increased ailment threshold, it will not trigger Herald of Ice. So there, this is helped with that. We also using the constricting command again for device supports. We're still running surrounded tech. Don't forget to 4. You need to get 4, because if 3 and 2 is just not gonna feel nice. And then armor is brass dome. This is absolutely amazing armor. I think they're gonna nerf this in the 0.5 100%. I mean, this is very cheap, by the way. This is probably like 1 exalt, but it is amazing. It just solves all your defensive problem. I have 30,000 armor almost, 89% reduction. The hard cap is 90%, so there is that. And then obviously you want this all maximum resistance to be as low as possible. And then I talk about this, and then the gauntlet, and then the boots is just some rare boots with resistances. You are very tight on resistances, so you have to complete your rings and your boots with resistance to pack capped out. I don't even have that much chaos resistance. And for the rings, it's just I'm looking for maximum life. Obviously still not optimal. This is like, it's not terrible, but yeah, it's triple rest, and ideally maybe another flat or a rarity, that would be nice. The other ring is also resistance and leech for physical and mana. This is just nice quality of life. You can maybe remove the mana because we are running this, but I like this leech as mana, so just gonna grab it. That probably I will remove in the future, we'll never know. And then amulet is anointed with engineering blaze because this node is super far. 4% increase AoE for attacks per enemy you have ignited. And how do you ignite your enemy, you say? It's basically just Herald of Ash. Herald of Ash explode, it ignites enemy instantly, and then they die. and it will increase your AoE even more. As you can see here, we do not have fire damage here, so all the ignite is coming from Herald of Ash. And the belt, it can be anything else, but I'm using Headhunter because I have the money for it. I am broke now, so yeah, you can replace it with a rare belt or any other belt that you want. And then for charm is very important this league, especially ignite or bleed, because for some reason they buffed it like 10 million %, and it's, if you ignite it, you're dead. Basically, if you do not have live leech, if you're not leeching, if you're ignited, you're dead. Like, I don't know why, but ignite, this patch is very, very strong. Like, it's very bad for us. We're also running this slow, temporal chains, chill ground, and then immunity to freeze. You can maybe rite of passage, switch this to rite of passage, but yeah, that's on your choice. And then flask is just, you know, flask. I mean, and then weapon swap, we have this. This is my leveling talisman. I buy this for 1 divine, and that's it. This is just for movement, so you can switch it for any other else or not at all. It depends on you. I just use this for movement because, yeah, my plan is to farm temple. Okay, that is all for the equipment, and let's dive into the 3 jewels and ascendancies. Ascendancies, we're picking Titan. Why? Because this node over here, you can pick any other ascendancies. However, you will not get as big as AoE as I have here. You will not get as much AoE as this, because obviously you're not Titan, as the power of Titan is this. And then we also grab the stone skin, more armor from equip body armor. Obviously we have 3000 armor in here, and it's just have 50 more. It's just absolutely insane. It's just literally this single piece single-handedly solve our armor problem. We have 30,000 from this chest piece alone, and and then the next ascendancy for the ascendancy points is maximum life. You can theoretically grab these, but this is going to, in theory, reduce your chance to freeze, because the enemy is gonna get stunned and their freeze threshold sky high. So I don't know how the order of things are, so I'm just keeping it safe and pick this maximum life so I have more explosion. And on the 3, we are grabbing every single AoE for attack as possible. And this is possibly, if I can grab here, I will, but this is pretty far. And I have running out of points. I'm level 91 now. Maybe I can sacrifice some of these damage node and then go path here, but I don't know. And then annoying is for engineered place for more AoE when you ignite it. Again, we ignite with Herald of Ash. We also grab increase freeze build-up. If your build is not freezing, if your Herald of Ice is not triggering enough, even though you have this setup, maybe you do not have enough freeze build-up and the monster is just died before you froze them. So maybe you need one of these. If you can grab it, it's very, very massive. This is why exactly hulking form is very, very strong. This one single small node is almost the same as a notable. Here, increased fuse build up 25%. This has 22%, so it's massive. It's like crazy value. We have grab rage on melee hit as well. Here we also path here, rage on melee hits, and this maybe I can spare these points, I don't know. AoE, and then again we're still running surrounded, and because I am using against the darkness with 4% extra cold damage. This does not matter, by the way. If you are running embedder, this line, it doesn't matter what you play extra, because it's gonna convert it to cold anyway. So if you find the cheap one, maybe like a chaos, which is probably usually cheaper than, as to say, cold, you can grab chaos instead, and it will get converted to cold because of embedder. Oh, for the runes of the weapons, I forgot. It's increased gain again, as much gain as possible. It will get converted to cold right here. So yeah, as you can see here, extra chaos damage. We have no extra chaos damage because it got converted to cold. Yeah, and then rage node over here, and then important thing, I almost also I just want to tell a story here. I almost fell for this. I was reading this increase and reduction to armor applied to energy shield, and then I stopped. Now this line, if this is gone, yeah, if this line is gone, this is like absolutely gigantic for armor ES base. Like, dude, armor applied to ES. If you grab like 400 ES from your equipment, this could possibly potentially like 5 times of that, if this line is good. However, if you read further, energy shield recharge rate, which make this node dog shit. Okay, so anyway, I almost fell for this. I almost anoint this, and the anoint is very expensive, so just be careful. This is basically the tree. I don't know if I can mention any other else important to be mentioned. Oh, for the jewelry, I have obviously gain extra. It doesn't matter. It gain extra cold or extra lightning, because again, embedder exists in our build. We also grab these. Armor applies to elemental damage, and it applies 90%, 85 to elemental hits. This is very, very good. Also grab these with extra cold from against the darkness. So yeah, that is all the build for today. Hopefully I don't miss anything. This is my life. 2600 armor, 29,300 evasion, doesn't matter. Block doesn't matter because we don't using shield. Resistance need improvements. And yeah, I think that is all, right? Yeah, I think that is all. We are pretty slow, 28% movement. I would like this to be faster, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that is, guys, the showcase of this video. Again, I'm gonna get a warning again. This build is not complete. It's still in work in progress. It's still experimental. I'm still trying things a lot. So if you copy this, do not expect this to be perfect, okay? I'm warning you. I have given multiple warning. So yep, that was it, guys, video for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. And if you have questions, you can ask in the comment section below or come to my live stream. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.